Oh wow, was that was close. That was a struggle bus getting on. How am I doing? Can everybody hear me? See me? I know Laura can. Hello. Bon anno. Which we've been struggling with all day around here. Trying to figure out how to tell people Happy New Year. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my gosh, 17 people. Wow. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Debbie from cold, snowy Maine. Thank you, Maya. Maya says my office is looking amazing. Thank you so much. Um, I I you know, my goal for we said this as the Tuesday question. Is New Year's resolutions. And I like having a little crafty resolution because everybody's on their own journey. And these days, I don't know what's fucking coming around the corner. I'm not setting any crazy goals for myself, but once um Shane leaves, once Miss Laura leaves, I'm gonna have time to really like dig in here. And I'm excited to do that. So that's why I said my January resolution is to really, really get this place in order. I'm really excited about it. Yeah, Maya is right. God, no, we're all just in it to survive right now. And I know we're all really feeling that. We're all really feeling that, which is kind of why we're here, right? New year, new cast on. New year, new cast on, which is fucking awesome, right? Fucking awesome. I love a good excuse to cast something on. These knit-alongs have been so fun, and I'm really, really excited to dig into the January portion of our first major knit along of the year. We're doing mosaic. We're taking a little pause from yoke along, from our annual yoke along, and we're pivoting to mosaic knitting because we all need more color in our lives. Suck it, Pantone, bitches. We're leaning into color. We want something beautiful to look at. So that's what we're doing. And mosaic is a great way to bring in more color, give us something beautiful to look at when you're in cold, snowy Maine, for instance. And so then we're kicking off. I'm going to be hosting for January the Flannel Crush Cowl, which does not roll off the tongue. Is anyone else having a hard time remembering what the fuck we're knitting this month? I cannot put this name in my mind. Flannel Crush Cowl. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Before we dig into that, because we're digging into it, okay, I want to shout out Maya and Laura. Maya and Laura have been working hard to set up the Whip It Out challenge for 2026. Now, is this three, year three of Whip It Out challenge? Maya, I believe Maya's in the chat. Maya's gonna tell us about it. 3 or 4, can't remember for sure. What is time? We'll say 3 or 4, through a third or fourth year that we are doing the Whip It Out the Oaks. Okay, Laura thinks 4. Time is beyond fake. Time's never been faker at this point. Absolutely. Let's go with 4 because it makes us feel fancier, longer, right? So this is the 4th year that Maya is hosting our Whip It Out challenge, and it can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. If you're interested in this, dip on over there. I saw a long post get posted telling you how to participate, and remember, we don't really care. We just want you to participate. This is not a pressure situation. I have set the intention to participate in Whip It Out Challenge every year, and every year I don't. And Maya doesn't kick me out. So it's okay. It's okay. All right. So yeah, so get in there. All right, and check it out. Laura shared the a link to the space in the chat just now. So if you're watching this live, dig in, okay? Yeah, dig in and check it out. It's a great way to finish up some whips that you have. There's a stash busting element, which I know a lot of people are stash busting for our flannel crush. And we love that. One of the best parts of this job is not having to sell you yarn. So Laura and I can encourage everyone to not buy yarn. And like the number of you who said that your New Year's resolution was to stop buying yarn, I love it. I love that. Never buy yarn again. I don't care. Right? Oh, it's freeing. Oh, it's freeing. All right. So I want to go back just a little bit because I saw a really funny comment from Kathy. Kathy, you like my haircut? Do you love it? Do I look great? If you were on Instagram, you might have seen my reel about Shane cutting my hair the other day. That's where we're at with it. And then I took the top with kitchen shears. I was just doing this with it. So kicked that, needing to find a barber thing down the road for a couple more months at least. So thanks, Shane. Thanks, Shane. And thanks, Kathy. So funny. I also, oh, and Kathy wished me a happy belated birthday. Thank you, Kathy. Yes, yesterday was my birthday, which we just had the best time. Laura got here yesterday and we all made it to midnight. And there was tons of fireworks going off anywhere. It was amazing. Yes, Laura is in the chat right now, but Laura is in my home. We could see her. We could see her. She could walk right through this door at any point. Oh my God, Jody! Jody said her husband's birthday was yesterday. Yay, birthday twins! I love it. I love it. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. I'm not like a super big birthday person. I think because I can't be, because I share my birthday with the birth of a new year. So I'm always outshined. Oh, I might be hearing the footsteps of a beautiful woman. Maybe. It can also be Shane. Yeah, look who it is. Look who it is.
Hello.
Yes.
Extreme business casual today. I was quite planning on joining.
Love it. Yes, the team is back together again. Yeah, we're giving the people what they want.
Allison, could you please show them your birthday present?
Oh, you're asking a lot of bending. You're asking a lot of bending of me. Okay, let's see. My feet are in a felted Lopi hug.
That's right.
I mean, look at the craftsmanship. Look at the craftsmanship.
One of us now.
I mean, oh my gosh.
She was a little too busy this holiday season to do the sailor with the rest of us. So
I don't have the tools. I don't have the tools. But yeah, I'm very pumped about these. Oh, I know. Craft
Yeah.
Snark. I know. We're kind of doing these on the down low
I already
now,
spent
right?
the money. What am I
Yeah.
supposed to
What
do?
are we supposed to do? I know. They're nice. And guess what? She didn't invent the pattern. Everyone has
She
these.
didn't.
So she can fuck off. But these fucking slippers are amazing. So, and now we're
Because
twinsies.
I made them.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
doesn't really have anything to do with her.
And it's really great because Laura usually makes me mittens.
Yes.
But so now we pivoted because I'm in a warmer climate to mittens for my feet. And so
Well,
it's on theme.
It's a little hard to tell, but I'm in double knits right now.
It's cold.
I'm in a Monica Geller tee and a zipper sweater. So I've been hearing this. So she really needs slippers on every level, which is the rule in my house.
Slippers on every level.
So
Now
I'm really
I'm
here to
leaning,
save the day.
yeah, I'm leaning into this lifestyle.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I know Julie Brooks is happy that we're in the same room.
Yeah,
I'm
me
also
too.
very happy that we're in the same room.
It was a little hard to take a break from our games to come talk to you all, but
Yeah.
we are telling our accountant that this is a business trip, so it is important for us to do the business.
Very important to do the business. So that's what we're doing the
41
business.
people? Okay.
They're thirsty.
They really are.
I
They,
love it.
people
New
missed
year.
us.
New
Yeah.
year, new cast on. It's a
And-
fucking winner every time.
you know, just like I was saying, we attended a lovely function this morning and then
did.
walked around and everything is closed. And this is also telling me everything at home for you is closed too. It's just
Yeah.
New Year's Day vibes. And so
New
I'm
Year's
glad
Day
you're
vibes.
here.
Yes, New Year's Day vibe. Now, also, last year, Laura, we partied for New Year's. And I got so drunk that when we did the kickoff party for the last, I
It
can't
was
even remember
hard.
what it was. Was it the sledding scarf that we did in January? I was still drunk. So last night we chilled.
Yeah.
And we were in great shape, but it's 6 p.m. So we've already had drinks today
Yeah.
too. So I would say that I'm probably at the same level, just not hurting as badly.
Healthier.
Healthy.
Feeling healthier anyway.
So I don't know if I'm ever gonna nail this, you guys,
Yeah.
but this is what we're doing. Megan gets
It
it.
sucks that so many of you are here because we're gonna have to keep doing this. Our best live participation.
You know, I
in
love
some
it.
days.
Yes, but it's great. I mean, it's great. This is what
Mhm.
we're doing.
Mhm.
And I love that they're here to talk about Flannel Crush. And I haven't even fucking looked at this
Not a
shit
thing.
yet.
Not a thing.
Not even
Not a
looked
thing.
at it.
Well, I'm going to let you do it because Allison is crushing. She's the one who's crushing it along with you. But I wanted to give a little sneaky preview.
Yes,
I'm
this is a long
participating.
time coming.
It is. It
Yes.
is. And I'm participating in the Mosaic Knit Along while also participating in my
Whip
own
it
modified
out.
Whip It Out.
Yes.
Because I have this Cirrus shawl. I definitely looked it up before
I
came
was
down.
going to
I
say.
can't fucking remember the name of it. But it is the get out of here.
How beautiful it
The
is.
Cirrus shawl that I started on my last trip to Portugal. This is Rosa Pomar yarn that we got in Lisbon, and these little motifs remind me of the sidewalks here.
Mhm.
And now I literally have 500 stitches on this to finish this stupid goddamn border, this berries and cream shit that I don't even care about. But what I do care about is whipping it
Sam
out.
cannot handle it.
Look at this bad boy. It's nuts.
It's so beautiful.
so beautiful. And
it's so beautiful.
it's mosaic. So it's fitting all the bills and it needs to get off my needle. So
Yeah.
it is here to remind me of my friendship, my affection for this dear country. And this is what I'll be working on at Knit Nights during the Mosaic Knit Along. So
Yes.
Allison's got fresh new for you. I've got Whip It Out old for you. It's all mosaic and it's all a great place to participate.
it really is such a beautiful project. Yeah. And if this is the first time you're hearing of our Mosaic Knit Along, we have a fundle bundle that you can look at and pick out a project. And yeah, Laura, I guess I have to do my job now and talk about Flannel Crush and Mosaic. But
Go
so
back to my laptop.
everybody, thank our special guest, Laura McDougall Long, for joining us from the upstairs.
Love you, goodbye. And don't look at my pajamas. Okay.
I think they're great. I think she's looking great. Yeah. I had to go out and buy new pants because I didn't have warm enough pants. And so Laura's thin pants, I should have bought her some like fleece lined pants, some fleece lined pajama pants. So my guests in the future, you will have that will be part of the package. Okay. All right. So excited to have Laura here. So excited to be here with you. Um, uh, 3 drinks in? Who can say? Who can say? It was my birthday. Okay. My birthday. All right. Without further ado, though, let's talk about this flannel crush situation. And thank you to everybody who was well and who was not well, actually, me, who was anding me in the chat, who everyone was also struggling with the name of this cowl. I don't know. Let's look at it. Okay. So here is the start of the flannel crush. Okay. I mean, I guess I feel like it could be flannelier. I like the motif. It is gorgeous. I also love the color. So this yarn I got here. They fucking love Rowan felted tweed here. It is in every single store. And so I got this beautiful Rowan felted tweed along with this kind of speckly friend. Now this is much thinner than this. This is in the spirit, I would say, the spirit of a stash it out, because these are not the same, but I wanted some kind of speckly situation. And I really like these together, and I really like the pattern. So I would say, I know a lot of you, I was looking at the pictures that people were posting about the yarns that they're using for the flannel crush, and there were a lot of people who were going balls out with their colors, and I love that. I think that you will have a much easier time if you have a high contrast, because you're really going to be able to see where your slips are and everything. Yeah. It's so good, but what's going on? Yeah, it could be flannelier. Yes, it could be flannelier. Yeah, we'll call it plaid adjacent. Plaid adjacent. Okay. Now I'm going to share my screen. Let's do, so far so good. Yes. Okay, here's our girl Samantha wearing her flannel crush cowl. Okay, and she's got that, and I know I saw a lot of you have a color changing yarn, which is super fun. We love that. Okay, I wanted to start off by talking about the construction of the sucker. Okay, so we're casting on here and we're kind of building this out this way. Okay, so the pattern is broken up into different sections and different charts. And I finished chart A, which got me to this corner, like straight across. And now I am into chart B, which is just kind of just extending along here, but kind of straightening out on one side. Okay, and then we get to a point where we've got another point over here, and then we come across, and then we continue along. But that's how we're getting it. Okay, now we've got, so let me stop sharing. This pattern was $8. And I don't know why I was pissed about that. I was like, this is a cowl. Like, what are we doing? This pattern is very good, and she did a lot of work for this. It is an $8 pattern. Like, okay, get your money, girl. There's a lot in here. Okay, there's a lot in here. Let me show you why in a couple of different places. Okay, first of all, she's got, this is what we're doing for this sucker. Okay, this is the general overview of where we're going. And then we've got extensive written instructions, line by line written instructions, okay? And for mosaic, this is challenging because we're not only talking about right side and wrong side, but we're also talking about what color we're using here. So it is like double the rows. We're working with contrasting color yarns here, and then we're doing main color yarns here, okay? So this is extremely detailed and extremely important, especially if this makes you want to die. Okay, so the charts are all also charted. Okay, the pattern is also charted. So this is an extremely extensive pattern. So yeah. Okay, Melissa also said she had sticker shock as well. I, you know, I feel like $8 is a lot to ask for a tiny bandana cowl pattern. The work's here. There's nothing in here that's like figure out your own increase row. This is a well-written pattern. This is a lot of work. So I'm gonna say, get your money, girl. Yeah. It looks like plans for the Death Star. Yeah, girl, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's a lot. So Maya, if you've been in a class with Maya before where I have given a speech about writing a chart and she's told me to fuck off, Maya doesn't follow charts, which is fair. And I also think if you aren't a chart reader, this isn't the time to learn, okay? There's a lot going on in this chart. I do feel like, I always say this, charts are extremely helpful, and visually when you're slipping stitches for the mosaic knitting, it is nice to see how they line up. And I would argue as well that because the flannelly platy adjacent pattern is a little it's not like super clear. Like when Laura was here and she was holding up her beautiful like floral motif, you can see the floral and that makes sense. This is a little hard to get a handle on, I would say. It's not quite as intuitive because it's a flannel adjacent or like a plaid adjacent pattern. So being able to see how the lines line up on the pattern, it was helpful for me while I was following chart A. I used the chart, but if you're not a chart reader, this isn't how you learn to read a chart, okay? Yeah, people are saying that, yeah, not a chart reader, glad it's written out. Non-chart reader group, I feel like that's fine. Kristen is also saying mosaic charts make my head spin, especially as a lefty. Okay, so Kristen is also struggling with righty versus lefty. I want to just take a quick peek. If you are a chart reader but you've never you've never read a mosaic chart before, let's take a look at it and just see what's going on with it. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and we're going to take a look. Okay, so generally speaking, this is set up the same way that all charts are written out. Okay, we've got our stitches here, we've got our increases. All right, we're starting in that corner like I talked about, and we're increasing out on both sides, which is how you're seeing the no stitches on both sides. Anything that is white or purple, that is a stitch on our needle. That's something that's going on. Okay, that's something we have to do. Now we've got right side numbers on this side. So anytime we have an odd number, we're going on the right side. Anytime we're going on the wrong side, that's an even number. So we're going back this way. Okay. Now this is striped because mosaic knitting is like striping. Okay, so when you are looking at the purple stitches, you are using your contrasting color, and when you're looking at the white stitches, you are using your main color. Okay, so unlike with stranded color work, where you are holding two yarns at the same time and working across. In this case, we've got a main color yarn and a contrasting color yarn hanging off one side. Each row, you use one color and you work right side and then wrong side back, and then you switch colors. So mosaic knitting, if you're unfamiliar with color work, is a nice baby step toward getting into color work because it's color work adjacent. Okay, and as you're looking at this, you can see the striping, right? You can see I've got my contrasting color stripes with my main color stripes. Where the design comes in is where you're slipping the stitches from the row below. Okay, so if you are using your main color and the pattern tells you to slip, that is the contrasting color from below. That's going to draw that contrasting color up and create the pattern. So these here are slip stitches, right? That is drawing up the color from below. Okay, so that is mosaic knitting. Now, whether you can glean that from this chart, right? We've got our slipped stitches here. That's why these are purple. That's why these are white, because those stitches are being slipped from the row below. If that makes sense to you, great. If you're like, no, absolutely not, then when you go up to row 1, you are on the right side of your work. You are using your contrasting color and you are knitting 1 stitch, making 1 stitch, knitting to the last 3 stitches, making 1 stitch, slipping 3 stitches with yarn in front, and then you've increased 2 stitches, right? This is row by row written out. We've got stitch counts here. We've got our increases labeled, and that we're showing where and how you're slipping your stitches. Okay, so that could be an easier way to at least start easing into the pattern. Okay, now I will say too, this is an adjacent pattern. We're not making a flower. We're not making a beetle or something. Like, we're not making something that you can actually see. It's very abstract. I struggled a little bit getting into the intuitiveness of a color work pattern. So it doesn't really you just take your time with it. All right, take your time with it. The abstractness does help us a little bit, because if you mess up, it's not going to be the end of the world, that's for sure. Your plaid adjacent pattern is just going to be more adjacent. Okay, so it's kind of like the pressure is off, right? So it is a nice entryway. I also really like that we're only casting on 7 stitches. So if you get into this a little bit and you really are just like, oh, you know what, I screwed up a bunch of these rows, you're not starting with a 300 stitch cast on or 500 stitches on your needle like Laura was talking about. Okay, you really can have a couple false starts, so you know, and you're not going to be really mad about it. Okay, use the start of this pattern as kind of like your swatch. It's kind of like your practice. Okay, and that will help you dig into it. Okay, Lisa asked, when you slip stitches with yarn in front, you slip the stitches as if to knit or to purl? That's a great question. When you slip every stitch in mosaic knitting, you want to slip the stitch as if to purl, okay? Because when you slip stitches knitwise, it twists the stitch onto your right needle, and you don't want to twist the stitch. So every stitch you slip it as if you are purling the stitch to move it to the other needle, okay? That is going to make everything lay really nicely. Okay, I said the word swatch, which is a fucking hilarious joke, because obviously we're not swatching for this, right? I meant that swatching like practice, not like swatching for gauge. Like, who cares how big this bandana cowl is, right? Swatching, maybe I'm not sure what your colors. Maybe you want to practice your mosaic knitting a little bit. Yeah, Patty's with me. Yeah, who needs it? Okay. Yeah, hell no. Okay, everyone, we were on the same page. Explicitly, we don't really need to do that, right? We don't really need to do that. Okay, so that is the start of our Flannel Crush cowl. Couple things that I'm doing. One is she's writing make rights and make lefts, make one rights and make one lefts. I do not do this. I do one make one. Who cares? The make one rights and lefts, do not let that get in your way. Just make a stitch, okay? They're getting hidden inside applied I-cord anyway. So what are we doing? All right, so just make a stitch when she says make a stitch. I also am going to be placing markers when I change charts, okay? This is going to help count from the end of charts as we're moving along. This is chart A, right? We're going to chart B, chart C, chart D as we're shaping our bandana. Place markers in the edge. It will help you seam, okay? And it will help you keep track of where you are. All right. So that's a hot tip. There is a part in the chart, and I'm gonna hold this up. I guess this is kind of like a buffalo check situation, all right? We've got little sections. Most of the time when you're doing mosaic knitting, you're slipping one stitch or you're slipping two stitches. There are sections of this pattern where you're slipping 4 stitches, and that's a big chunk of stitches to have a float behind. So just be aware. Better to be too loose than too tight in this case. So whenever you're slipping 4 stitches, just make sure you're treating it like a colorwork float and keeping that float nice and loose. Okay. And especially on the purl side, I was kind of struggling a little bit with my tension. So something to be aware of. The other thing that I wanted to say too, before we call it a day and I get more games and I'll call. When you're doing an applied I-cord edge, look at how pretty that is. God, I love that. That is one of the nicest things about shawl patterns is when they have an applied I-cord edge. Now, if you've never done anything like this before, she run every row, she's helping you do this. You're slipping stitches so it just curls over really pleasingly, all right? But as you're changing colors, things get a little loose or a little tight or a little loose or a little tight. Just try to be as relaxed with those slip stitches at the beginning and the end of the row as possible, and it'll work out. Do not worry if you're looking at some stitches that are a little pulled or a little tight. Just try to be as even as possible and err on the side of looseness. Okay, if you're just kind of loose with those stitches, that's gonna really help the edge of your shawl stay nice and flexible. See how I've got some bounce to the end of that? All right, that's because my stitches, and you can kind of see how much bigger these stitches are than the stitches in the actual shawl. That's because I'm keeping these and trying to keep them even, but trying to keep them on the looser side as I'm slipping, as I'm knitting those, okay? And you'll get the hang of it, all right? You'll get the hang of it, okay? So, yeah, love an I-cord edge, totally. Yes, just like the Sophie scarf, absolutely. Okay, it's a really nice trick for when you're not doing ribbing. You're not going to get a curl there. You're just going to have a nice flat edge. It's very nice. Okay. Pam asks, is the other edge going to be a seam? When we get started at the corner, and we can take a look at that schematic again, it eventually turns into a seam, Pam, but we're starting off with I-cord edges on both sides, okay? When it turns, this continues to be oh, sorry, I'm so sorry, I said that wrong. One edge is seamed. I'm so sorry, I should read what I'm trying to show you, right? The one edge is seamed and one edge is an I-cord. Once you turn, then we're doing I-cords on both sides. And we can kind of see that when we look at the charts here, because you've got the slipped stitches on this side and this edge, she's just saying forget it because that edge is the seam. Once we go to the flattened outside, we've got the slip stitches that she's showing on both sides. That's where we have an I-cord edge on both sides, okay? Oh, great. Pam says she sees it now. Perfect, because I could not have made the answer to that question more confusing. Sorry, Pam. We got there in the end, I think. But yeah, I love the little stripy I-cord bind off. It's really, or a little I-cord edge. It's really nice. So just keep it nice and loose, I think. It hides a multiple of sins too. It's really nice to be able to kind of tuck your ends up in that edge. Okay. So that is what is going on with the beginning of our flannel crush, okay? So we're trying to get into this cast on day, very exciting. I will say I worked on this for a couple episodes of a Wizarding World of Baking Championship this morning while I was waking up in a relaxed way, not worrying about too much. And I got into it and it was really nice. So hopefully it's a challenge, but not a like I want to be mad challenge, like oh, this is kind of cool challenge, like a little challenge, and it's very pleasing. It's very pleasing. No, Laura gets to sleep as much as she wants to. This is her vacation, and she traversed oceans to get here, so no. Laura, you helped me do my work. I just outed myself that I waited until this morning to dig into this. So new year, new cast on. I couldn't get, what am I going to break? The law and cast on early? No, I'm not. I'm with everybody. All right. Anybody else have any questions as they're looking at this pattern and, kind of excited to get started? Yeah, that's Laura. Just like, hey, listen, Allison, you're the problem. You need to work more. Yeah, I know. I didn't even invite her. She just showed up to make me work harder. It's kind of aggressive to do that on my birthday. But okay. All right. Well, here I am. Here I am working away. All right. All right. No questions. Everyone just pumped? Anybody cast on while we were chatting about this? Anybody dig into it? It was fun to see everybody's. Oh, Maya did. She's on row 7. Awesome. Maya, how's it going? Following the instructions? Clear as day, hopefully. Clear as crystal or clear as mud? Well, hopefully clear as day. Okay, so Maya says, loving it so far. Really fun and cute. Yes. Okay, oh, Jody cast on last night. No apologies, Jody. You know there aren't real rules around here. So you're doing great. So Jody said she's through the first section. Any tips, Jody? Oh, Marie said she cast on. She's on row 9. Amazing. Oh, Pam cast on this morning to see how her colors looked. Pam, did they look good? I know Pam said that she was kind of on the fence between a couple of things. Oh, did you find your spin cycle, Pam? We had some missing spin cycle in the house. I will say lots of good D-stash dropped over the past week or so. Shout out to Sarah G, posted a bunch of D-stash if you're looking for anything. I saw Lisa, Rock and Roll Lisa posted a bunch of stuff, a bunch of spin cycle odds and ends. It looked like lots of sport. Okay, Jody says she's following the written version and she says pretty straightforward. That's great. That's great. So I will offer, I'm going over, no surprise there. But I will offer a couple of hopefully helpful thoughts. Okay. Because of the abstract nature of this pattern, give yourself a break. Okay. If your pattern's off, if your stitch count's off, if you need to add a stitch because you don't have enough stitches, add one. Okay. If you slip the wrong stitch, who cares? Okay. It's okay. This is low stakes. We're entering 2026 with this project the way we are going to keep riding this year. Okay. Very, very easy on ourselves. Not searching for perfection, trying to get through the day in a cute and fun way. Okay. I found this sticker when I was unpacking, right? Moderate amounts of joyful progress. Okay. Moderate amounts of joyful progress. This is the energy that we are going to continue to have in 2026. Okay. We're like 6 hours in, we're doing great, and we're going to just joyful progress, moderate amounts of joyful progress. Okay. We love that saying around here. Okay. We can do it. Yeah, it's a cute one. Yeah, it's a cute one. Yeah, this is an oldie but a goodie. Fest 2023. We were doing moderate amounts of joyful progress, but yeah, it's got to come back. Year of the Turtle. I'm in. Year of the Turtle. Oh, yay. Oh, Maya named one of her Whip It Out plus knit alongs after that sticker. I mean, it's my favorite. Okay, Laura says it's still available. I feel like we might need a 2026 Year of the Turtle upgrade, Laura. Yeah, I love this too. I feel like it's kind of our vibe around Laura Ellison Party. Moderate amounts of joyful progress. Okay. That's not only our knitting, that's how we're gonna get through all of this together. Okay. So yeah, give yourself the grace. This is fun. Okay. This is fun, and do not be stressed about this. Okay. I cannot wait to see your progress. I cannot believe there are 44 of you still watching this. I've missed you guys too. I missed you guys too. Okay. Just a reminder, Tuesday, because today it is not this Tuesday, next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we are kicking off our knit night Tuesdays. Okay. You can join me at noon on Tuesday, starting a week from Tuesday, and then roll right into knit nights with Laura. And we are going to be mosaicing. We are going to be encouraging each other to have a moderate amounts of joyful progress. All right. And whatever else you're up to. Okay. So put it on the calendar, hit that events tab. We've got a lot scheduled over the next 3 months, and we are so happy that you're here to join us. Okay. Now I'm going to go make Laura play Wingspan with me, I think, and eat chips. All right. Have a wonderful, Laura's in. Yay. Laura, we should go live to just chit chat with each other more often. I love that. Yeah, let's get some food, get some snacks. Get some snacks, okay? Oh, Maya's on her way. Amazing. Everybody come on over. All right. It's really beautiful here. It's lovely. I would love to have you. All right, everybody. Keep me posted, share pictures. Please have a restful New Year's Day. Okay. Yeah, just love it. Love to have wooden eggs, Marie. Exactly. All right, everybody. See you soon. Post progress. I can't wait to follow your flannel crushes. And see you soon. Oh, and if you are starting a class with me this weekend, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for it. So, we could be spending a lot of time with each other over the past next couple of days. So exciting. All right, everybody. Thanks again. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Maybe bye. Nothing's happening.